Hey, so in this video, I'm going to show a method for writing music along to a drum beat that's already been recorded.
Shut up!
So in other words, you already have the drums, and now you have to write the music, which might seem backwards, but it's a great way to write songs. I recently used this method for a song in the style of brutal death metal, or technical brutal death metal, or brutal tech death, or whatever you want to call it. And by the way, this is what brutal death metal sounds like. And here's a song I made. Okay, so what I did was I started out by recording a one-try improvised drum take. And what that means is I just sat down at the drums, pressed record, played some drums off the top of my head for almost 3 minutes, then stopped recording, and that was it. So basically my goal was to play fast blast beats and double bass with a few fills and a couple slow parts, while trying not to be too random because I have a tendency to go off on a drumming tangent where it's hard to figure out what the hell I'm doing. So now that the drums are recorded, we can add some structure to the song by adding markers to separate it into sections. I started from the beginning and picked out a second or two at a time, whatever sounds right, and counted the beats and described the drums in Notepad. Doing a full transcription would just take too long, so this text file is just a rough guide to help with writing music to match the drums. So here are the first couple sections with the guitars muted. Here's one. So over here in the text file, it says 1, 2, 3. That's 3 beats, and there's an asterisk after each number, so that means there's a crash for each beat. 1, 2, 3. Number 2 is an H3. That's 3 beats, and it's a hammer blast. Marker 3 is 1, 2 with crash on each beat. Marker 4 is a traditional blast that lasts for 4 beats, and there's a crash on the 4th beat. And etc., etc. Okay, so after I was done adding markers, I started writing and recording the guitar part at the same time. I wrote some riffs for a couple markers at a time and recorded them, then went to the next couple markers, etc.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
When I write a song, I usually tab out the guitar while I'm writing it, but for this song, since there's no click track and no defined tempos, I saved some time and just recorded short scratch videos of each section I recorded, so that I'd have a visual record of each riff, because sometimes it's hard to figure out exactly how a riff is played just going by ear.
I can't believe you don't shut up.
So here are those videos on my phone. And here are some new TV channels I picked up from Grand Rapids and Battle Creek, Michigan.
Hey, nobody cares.
Okay, so now I'm going to go through the whole song. I'm going to try and go really fast because there are 92 markers. So let's start with marker 1. Up here on the notepad, it says 1, 2, 3 with asterisks. That's for each beat. 1, 2, 3. There's a crash, a cymbal crash on each beat. So that is, and you just hit the weird harmonics at the like 2nd fret. All right, let's go to number 2. It's H3. That's a hammer blast that lasts for 3 beats. Now we go to the next one, number 3. That is 1, 2. That's with a crash on each. That's easy. Okay, go to number 4. That's T4. Traditional blast lasts for 4 beats with a crash on the 4th beat. All right, let's go to number 5. Number 5 is T2. So traditional blast for 2 beats with a crash on the 2nd, then a T2, 3, 4. So that's a traditional blast for 2 beats, and then there's a 3 and a 4. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, number 6, we are R5. That's a roll. They'll last for 5 beats. And the guitars are resting there, so there's nothing there. All right, 7, we got a 1, 2, 3 again. So that's the same riff as number 1. All right, 8, we got a choke. Okay, so that means I'm choking the cymbals. So 3, 1, 3, 1. So there are 3 chokes, and then a 1 choke, and then 3 chokes and a 1 choke. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, number 9, we got a 1, 2, 3 again. Yeah, it's the same. Okay, number 10, we got a double bass riff. 1, 2, 3. So that means it goes da da da. Yeah, so it goes 1, 2, 3, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to the snare. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, number 11, we got a DB7, the crash on the 1. That is. Okay, that's a roll 1 and then a 1, 2. So basically 1, 1, 2. Okay, 13, we got a traditional blast 5 beats with a crash on the 5th beat. $14, we have a hammer blast for 5 beats with a 1, 2 crash. $15, we have try. Slow H5. So that means there's a hammer blast that lasts for 5 beats, and it's counting slow, and it's in triplet feel. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the blast beat's going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's. 16, another triplet, feel, slow counting, 1, 2, 3. Okay, times 3. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and this one. 17 is a roll for 4, crash on the 1. And for that, it's just let the you let those harmonics ring. The duration of the roll. It's really hard. My noise gate always mutes those those harmonics because they're not very loud. Okay, so 18 is a 1-2, and then rest for 5. So it's okay. So how I actually think about this is it's basically a 1 and then 6 beats. So it's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that goes. And then 19, rest for 8 beats. Rest for 7. $21, 1, 2, 3 again. $22, double bass riff, double bass for 6 beats with a roll for 2 beats and a crash on the second. Okay, so we got a traditional blast for 9 beats with a crash on the 9th beat. Whoops. $24, traditional 2, which is $25. I really like this riff. This is like the chorus, quote unquote. 25, we got, okay, hammer blast for 4 beats with a crash on the 4, hammer blast for 3 beats, crash on the 3, and then hammer blast for 3 beats, hammer blast for 3 beats with a crash on the 3, 4, 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $26, we have a hammer blast for 4 beats with a 1, 2. Okay, 27, we have double bass hammer blast for 6 beats with a 1, 2, 3. 28, you have double bass hammer blast for 6 beats and then a 1, 2. 29, we have a traditional blast for 4 beats with a traditional blast for 2 beats, and we got crashes on the ends of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. We got some high notes, high strings. So 30, we have a roll for 4 beats, crash on the 1, and then a 1, 2 with crashes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So that is. $31. We have 6. Okay, so this is 6 beats counting slow, crash on the 1, and then there's a 1 beat of toms at the end. So basically the 7th beat are the toms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 toms. Okay, so that is. $32. We have a roll for 5 beats, crash on the 1, and then a 1-2. Okay, 33, we have double bass 1. And then we got a 1-2, 1-2, 3, 4, 5. So that mimics the snare, what the snare is doing. And so on guitar, I mimic what the snare is doing for these next sections. So it's 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't play that right at all. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now we got 34. We got a double bass 4, double bass 5, double bass hammer blast 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 35, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do 35 and 36 at the same time. So 36, we have a roll for 3 beats and then a 1, 2, 3. So yeah, for the roll 3, you just let the chord ring. That's 37, T3. Okay, traditional blast for 3 beats is 38. We have hammer blast for 2 beats and then 1, 2, 3. $39. Double bass hammer blast for 3 beats, and then a double bass 1, 2 crashes on the 1 and the 2. So $40, we have double bass hammer blast for 4 beats, double bass 3. I think I screwed that up. I think 39 is supposed to be double bass hammer blast for 4, and this is supposed to be double bass hammer blast for 3. So just ignore that mistake. I just noticed that now. Okay, now I'm going to have to scroll down the text file. All right. 41. 41, we have double bass hammer blast for 5. $42, we have double bass hammer blast for 6, and then a 1, 2, 3. And for that 1, 2, 3, instead of doing this, I do. So now we're going down. The riff is mutating. $43, we have Traditional blast for 4, crash on the 4, traditional blast for 2, crash on the 2, then a 1, crash, then another traditional blast for 4 with a crash on the 4th. That is. Okay, that is a pick slide. So there's a roll for 4 beats and then a 1-2. So that's just a pick slide. .45, we have a T3, 1, traditional, 1, hammer 5, and then a 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. So 46, T3, T2, crash, 1, T3. I'm playing this bad. .47, we have a 1, 2, 3, and then a hammer blast for 3 beats, and then a 1. .48, we have traditional blast for 3 beats, crash, roll for 3 beats, crash. .49, we have a roll for 4 and then a 1, 2. So for the roll, the guitars rest, and then the 1, 2 is 50. Traditional blast for 2 beats, crash. Traditional blast for 2 beats, crash on the 2 and the 3. .51, traditional blast for 2 beats, traditional blast for 2 beats, crash on the 2 and the 3, and then traditional blast for 2 with a crash on the 2 and the 3. I was reading the wrong one. 50. We're doing 51. 51 is traditional blast for 2 beats, crash, and then a traditional blast for 2 beats, crash, 2, 3, 4. .52. That's the T2, the T2, 3, T2, 3. .53, we got a roll for 5, and then a 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that is, you do the pick slide the opposite way. Going up the fretboard, or down, I don't even know. No, that's wrong. Okay, I'm going to do these next 3 sections as one. 54, 55, and 56. So we got 4, so this is slow counting. 4 beats slow count, 4 beats slow count, then 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches up with the bass drum. And I tap for that part. So that is... One of my rare tapping riffs. '57, we have a double bass for 12. '58, we have hammer blast for 4 beats, hammer blast for 3 beats, hammer blast for 3 beats, hammer blast for 3 beats. '59, hammer blast for 3 beats, and then a 1, 2, 3. '6, we have hammer blast for 5. '61, we have double bass for 6. '62, we have roll for 4, and then a 1, 2. '63, we have a 1, 2, toms 1. So it's 1, 2, toms 1. So basically counting to 4. '64, we have 7 slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so these next ones are pretty standard. So 65, we have this is more triplet feel, slow counting. So it's traditional blast for 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, with a roll, 2-beat roll at the end. But it's basically just count to 8. '66, we have the same thing, count to 8. So 67, we have more slow triplet counting. The first part is a double bass hammer blast for 6 beats, and then a roll, 2-beat roll at the end. '68, we have a more triplet feel, slow counting, traditional blast for 4 beats. '69, we have a roll for 6 beats, crash on the 1, and then a 1, 2, 3. Another pick slide for 6 beats. '71, call back to this riff from earlier. Got more choke stuff. So choke, choke, 1, 2, choke, choke. 73. That's when both guitars come in for the roll for the 4-beat roll. 74, double bass, 10 beats, roll 2. 75, double bass for 6, roll 2, and then a traditional blast for 2. '76, double bass for 6 beats, and then a roll, 2-beat roll. 77, we have a traditional blast for 4 beats, and then a hammer blast for 4 beats. Crash on the 4. 78, hammer blast for 5, and then a 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was wrong, what I just did. It is... I haven't played the song in a few days, so I'm making a lot of mistakes. 79. Yeah, a hammer blast for 9 beats, and then a 1, 2, 3. 80. We got a hammer blast for 7 beats. 81 was traditional blast for 3 beats, crash, traditional blast for 2 beats, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a callback to earlier again, this riff. 82. Hammer blast for 7, and then an 8. More triplet feel, slow counting, double bass, hammer blast for 6 beats, and then a roll 2. That little hyphen on the end here means I add a little extra time because I screwed up my timing when I was drumming. '84, triplet slow, double bass hammer blast for 3 with shitty timing. 85, we have roll 3, roll 3, roll 3, 4, 5. Crashes on the ends of all those. 86, triplet slow, double bass hammer blast for 3 with shitty timing. 'This riff is like the climax of the song. Pretty sure I say seeping orifice. That's what I'm singing during this part. Can you tell that's what I'm saying? Okay, so 87, we have a roll for 2, 3. Do that 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the R2, 3, 4 at the end. That's a riff I play a lot, actually. So it's an epic climax riff. '88, we got a T3. Traditional blast for 3 beats, and then a hammer blast for 3 beats with a 4. 3 and the 4 crash. '89, T3. '90, double bass for 4, crash, double bass for 4, crash, double bass 1, roll 2, crash. '91, we got a hammer blast for 4 beats, crash. And then the 5th beat, there's crash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. '92, T3, traditional blast for 3 beats with a crash, and then you just let the chord ring out for the end of the song. And then you do a whole bunch of bullshit at the end.